June has been a busy month, filled with grads, dads, family, and friends. It has mostly been smiles, but there have also been a few tears. Let me explain. Our beloved Siberian husky, Roxy, sadly passed away at the age of 14. She was a rescue, and I remember the first time we brought her home. It was Halloween 2009, and since then, and for the rest of her life, she was full of tricks and treats. She had a massive impact on Suburban Stone Age, and her loss sent shockwaves through all our lives. It wasn't until she was gone that I began to see all the areas she had influenced. Everything from rodent control, to fencing considerations, to chicken management, garden planning, and so much more were touched by her. Since her passing, I have been very busy observing and adapting to the changes and doing all the tasks that popped up that were impossible to complete before now. You see, Roxy was an apex predator in the ecosystem that is our yard. She took and gave a lot over her 14 years. For example, after she passed, I was able to plant a garden without fear of it being eaten by her. For years, I had thought it was rodents doing all that damage, until I started catching Roxy in the act in her slower senior years. Also, she was an ardent digger. She had such strong instincts to cache and stash her prizes that the yard was constantly cratered with ankle-twisting holes of all sizes. Also, she was pretty hard on the chickens. Let's just say we worked out a safe way for Roxy and the chickens to coexist, but it involved steel fencing and a big, painful learning curve. Roxy also contributed a great deal to our family. She was our family sheep, and every year gave us a harvest of the softest, fluffiest undercoat you could ever want. Dog fiber is called Chiangora, and it makes a lovely, fuzzy yarn with a beautiful halo. My family has received hats spun from her fur as Christmas gifts, and they are a treasured heirloom. Not to mention, they always make for an interesting conversation piece. Additionally, Roxy was a stone-cold predator. She was the wolfiest dog I ever did meet, and there was simply no dissuading her from hunting. She's killed tens of dozens of rats alone, and kept them from getting too comfortable in our yard. It was a great help, and I miss it a lot. Finally, she was stubborn but sweet. She was more stubborn than any other dog I had met, but for all that, I still tear up when I think how she'd come and nuzzle her snoot under my hand when I was at my computer, simply to get levins and cuddles. She was the most beautiful dog, and when she looked up at me with her sweet 1.5 blue and half brown eyes, I would melt. She was the one who taught me the true wild spirit that lives in dog. Some time has gone by since she left us, and things are beginning to settle into a new routine. I have new challenges now for sure. The squirrels and rats have become far too bold now that she's not on patrol, and Coda, our other husky, misses his friend. We all do, very, very much. But Roxy still lives on here in spirit, and I hope she watches over us this coming summer and beyond. We will be spending the rest of the summer doing many fun things as usual, such as working on backyard pottery, sewing, gardening, fighting the drought, and doing construction. We also have the chickens and emus to enjoy and care for, which is always fun. But this week belongs to Roxy, and I hope you'll remember her with the same love and appreciation as we have and always will.